I cannot deny the level of excitement that I feel welcoming you to the very first event of the Israel Forever Foundation in Israel. I'm very excited to, first of all, introduce you to the Israel Forever Foundation in this way. We have one particular goal. Our goal is to help Jews around the world celebrate and strengthen their connection to Israel. We who are here, who live here, we know why Israel is personal, how it can be personal, how it can be a meaningful part of someone's identity, both as a Jew and also as a human being, for all the incredible contributions that Israel gives to the world. Unfortunately, as we all know, that's not the case for the majority of Jews that are out there, wherever they may be. We are facing incredible delegitimization, incredibly powerful delegitimization, I should say. We're facing ongoing, the whole BDS campaign. The truth is, kind of a failure in many ways, and we can thrive on that. But most importantly, we're seeing that people are always writing, especially the Times of Israel and all the other blogs out there, about why does it matter. The truth is, we know that the potential is there, and we have to work together because everybody who has made it a point to be here tonight has a passion for the same mission which we are bringing to the world. You have a passion for Israel. You have a passion for what you love about Israel. You have a passion for sharing that in your own unique way, whether it be through Dead Sea products, whether it be through Operation Take Back the Media, which I just love. And we are here to take back Israel. We are here to take it back, to use our passion, to use our strength, to combine those strengths together and say that we actually can create a collaborative initiative to make Israel relevant to the common individual wherever they may be, because we believe that it can be true. I'd like to welcome, first of all, our beautiful panel here. Michael Dixon from Stand With Us. Avi Mayer of the Jewish Agency. Sarah Sullivan, singer of the Times of Israel. Yes, you love it. How good do you love it? David of Nefesh B'Nefesh. I also would say that I would ask for you to completely disregard the organizations with which each of these individuals might be affiliated.
I do not represent Bench, not
Heidi Garroff, who is our special guest tonight. She is here visiting on a special trip with the American Israel Friendship League, and has been actively involved with the Israel Forever Foundation for well over a year. We're coming on 2 years already, and has been actively involved in getting our social media started, and is, of course, expanding into many new incredible things by being our representative in the United States. We have a tremendous potential by bringing these people together, not only because, as I said, the organization that they belong to is a buy factor. I invited each of these individuals because of the presence that they have in social media, the voice that they share. I believe that everybody who's here has a similar voice, somebody who knows that we can work together and have an interest in creating a voice of unity to help Israel become personal to the Jews of the world. So I'm going to open up the panel. I'd like just to share with you a little bit of the format of the evening. We'll have our panel discussion, and after that, we will be having another buffet. I hope you guys will be eating more. A dessert buffet will be open for you with additional wine, coffee, and tea. And then we're going to be having actual working groups where you will be able to be a part of building a real program that we should be able to launch to the world and show that we can really make a difference. So thank you again for coming here tonight. Thank you for being a part of this launch and this initiative. Hi
everybody. I want to start by thanking everyone for being here.
when I told Ilana just about 2 months ago that I was going to be here this week, she said right away, we have to do an event. I'll put something together, just tell me what's in here for it. And it's just incredible how Ilana and the Israel Forever team put this together and got this amazing rockstar panel to agree to be here tonight. As she was emailing me, each person that said yes, I was so thrilled. And this, I think, would be my dream team, my dream panel. So it means a lot to me that you all said yes. I just have to let you know that. As Ilana said, I'm here with the American Israel Friendship League because they, the person who went to them and said, we need to do a delegation for writers and bloggers. We need to bring people to Israel from the States to learn about Israel, to travel around Israel, and then be able to go back to the States and write about Israel in a positive light. She called me one day, or she tweeted me, I should say, direct messaged me, and said, I've been watching, what you tweet, and I think you should be part of this delegation. And so that was really exciting for me, and it really drove home for me the power of our tweets and our Facebook messages and our blogs, because this random person who lives in California happened to see that I'm, nonstop writing about my love for Israel. And I also just want to point out that I'm a token diaspora Jew on the panel. So we forgive you. Oh,
That's coming up next week.
That's coming on Sunday, yes. So
some of us here, Daryl.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So,
Ladies.
So I just want to quickly explain what I've been noticing as I've been traveling on this delegation. First off, I want to let you know there's 11 of us, and only 2 of us are Jewish. The other 9 delegates are not Jewish, but they are people who will also identify as being pro-Israel. And so the people putting together the delegation knew early on that this was a good group, that this was a safe group to bring to Israel. They would, presumably write good things. And it's been really interesting for me to see Israel through their eyes. For many of them, it's only their first time here. For a few of them, it's their second time here. I don't think there's anyone besides the other Jewish person on the panel who's been here more than twice. So that's kind of interesting, especially because for several of these people, they're Fox News correspondents, they're Christian Broadcasting Network correspondents, they're writing for Town Hall, they're writing for Politico. I mean, these are people who are writing in more of the, or presenting in more of the mainstream media about the Middle East and about Israel. So it's crucial that they're getting the right information. It's been really interesting for me. Some of them are these top-notch people in Middle East security and all this stuff, and we're sitting at lunch and they're making mistakes about Israel, Israel's history or about some of Israel's wars and things like that, because while they're might be experts in the field, quote unquote, it's not their passion, it's not what they live for, it's not their story. And so, I'm sitting there correcting somebody who has told us several times that she worked for Henry Kissinger, and she worked in the Nixon administration, and she worked in the Reagan administration, and she's sitting there making mistakes on her information. And so it's been really interesting because I'm not one who would normally take somebody like that on and correct them, and yet I felt compelled to do that. So that's been interesting. And we've been in several meetings with officials from the Foreign Ministry and from the IDF spokesperson's office, and in each meeting I've been asking them, what do you think about the role of the media? Has it made a difference? Has it made your work easier? Do you think it's made a difference? And repeatedly they've been answering that what helps is when there's credible people telling the story. So they said, too often rumors get started, lies get told, and it snowballs and it gets repeated, and they said that's really dangerous and that makes our work so much harder. But when there are people in new media that we can turn to, that we can be sharing the correct information, and know that they're going to get it out, and hopefully they will snowball it, that helps us tremendously. And so it made me feel really good that we're doing this tonight, because hopefully we can all be inspired. I know so many of you are already out there on Twitter and Facebook and all the different media, but we need to continue. This tonight will hopefully be what snowballs all of us to just keep going and going and going. So I just wanted to share that piece of me with you, and now I'd like to get the panel started. So I'm going to start with Bobby. And if you could just share with us how you think we can utilize social media to engage the diaspora Jews in fostering their connection to Israel.
So thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Alana. Thank you to all of you for being here. This is very exciting. The truth of the matter is that everyone on this panel is pretty amazing in his or her own way. I think everyone here does really incredible work, whether it's in the media, for various organizations, etc. But the truth is we all kind of suck, actually. And the reason we suck, is that I think we're sort of falling behind in the social media battle, the social media realm. And I think one of the greatest illustrations of that in the past few days, this whole debate around Alicia Keys and whether or not she should be coming to Israel. The other side had to put together a petition with 12,000 people, which they delivered to the offices of the nonprofit which she's involved in New York. Now 12,000 is actually kind of pathetic. Like, really, this is your BDS movement? That's all you can muster, 12,000 names? Like, I was just at the Israel-England game the other day. There were twice as many people there, and Teddy Stadium was only two-thirds full. Like, it's not a huge number. And yet, we would have trouble getting to that number. And the reason for that, I think, is threefold. Firstly, the other side is proactive. They go out there, they initiate campaigns on their own, and they are generally very successful at it. Another reason for that is that they are very centralized. There are very clear hubs of anti-Israel activity